So today's myth is there's nothing I can do as a business to help the climate crisis.
I totally disagree. No, that's not fair to say. I think every company, small, big, medium size, has a responsibility to take care of their own emissions and whatever they pollute. And every company can start. Every company can do something. And then it can start small. It can start by telling your employers that we're circulating the waste.
Okay.
So, and then, go from there. But I disagree with that statement.
But if you're a business where you're purchasing lots of goods, you're then shipping them across the world to your end customer, I'm not manufacturing it. Someone else is doing that. Surely that's someone else's emissions, and then the transportation, surely that's on the logistics company. It's not on me. We're just in an office.
Yeah, but you're on the business of selling those goods. And yes, now we touch base on the scope 3 emissions, 15 different of them. And then it's hard, to get data. And somebody's scope 3 emissions are somebody else's scope 1 and 2 emissions. Okay. But you have to start mapping that. And there is a lot of things what you can do. You can put a supplier code in place, change a supplier if, they don't map their own emissions, if they are not transparent on it. There's multiple different ways of starting reducing, and scope 3 emissions are the holy grail. Yeah. That's where the most of the reductions are.
Okay. So really, it doesn't matter if I'm manufacturing them or if I'm just buying and selling, there is always a way I can help out.
I think that you have to look at the carbon credits a little bit differently, and not just the bad headlines that you see.
Okay.
We're here in the global north are responsible most of the carbon emissions. Our footprint is very high. Most of the nature-based conservation projects are in the global south, and they are the ones directly suffering on the climate impact changes.
Yep.
Just look at the recent Pakistani floods. With carbon credits that goes into those certain projects, and then if the project is good, they're also transparent about the carbon revenue, and then it goes back to the project. It helps, the communities and then the people and their livelihoods in there, together where they restore, conserve, have biodiversity impacts, etc., etc.
Okay, tough one. How do we know the money that I pay for a carbon credit goes to the project?
That is a good one. You have to follow the money. Okay. And if the project is additional, so it wouldn't even exist without this carbon revenue, if you can tackle that question and then the project is additional, very often, the case is that the money goes back. The more UN SDGs it covers,
sure,
the more often the money goes back into the project.